the Phantom Safety Pin, and welcome back to Pokemon Nuzlocke Red. You know what they say about sailors and fighting, so let's get right into it. Now, I believe I did go off screen, off camera, and heal. So I think I'm all healed up. I don't remember. And it looks like I may have, yes. Oh, no, I didn't. My bad. I thought I did. I wasn't sure. Been a while since I've started recording again. And once more, freaking confusion. I'm gonna try to hopefully hit it with a Vine Whip here and easily kick its butt. Now, the only problem with Shelder and a few other Water-type Pokemon is and Water-type Pokemon in general, is they can learn Ice-type moves, which will destroy a Grass-type Pokemon. So you really need to be careful with them. But that's not till much later in the game, so we don't need to really worry about it right now. Yes, there was an Ice-type move in Generation 1. Oh no, I didn't see the Fishing Guru in Vermilion City. Thanks for reminding me, Sailor. We will be visiting him off-screen, so don't worry about it. He likes feisty kids like me. That sounds a little bit pedophilic. I feel a little bit not very confident or okay about that. This guy's creepy. Let's beat him up and leave. I'm gonna send Flora out because she's the only one who can really handle these types of Pokemon. Plus, she's also the strongest, and Bubble does nothing to her. Bubble is nothing in general. Even when it crit hits, it's barely a dangerous move at all. You're hitting them with a bubble. You're literally hitting someone with a bubble. How effective do you think that's gonna be? There's one down, and Alessa's level 17 now. Jeez, Flora's taking a beating. I should probably go heal her at some point. I think I do, but I forget when. I think it's right before I go to battle Jack. Jeez, she is not in good shape. But at least Leechee's in effect, so she gets a little bit of health back. She'll probably be alright. She really needs a healing, though. Yeah, thought so. Last of my 4 Super Potions. I'm running low on them by now. I think I ran out of, Vine Whip, that's why, and I didn't have a Max Ether. So I ended up not being able to use... Oh, no, wait, no, I do have some Vine Whips. My bad. I thought I ran out, but... And I do apologize for not being super talkative in this video so far. It's just... I did all the first 15 episodes, the voiceover recording for all 15 episodes, back to back, and my throat is sore as hell. I really need to rest my voice. I've just been talking way too much. Especially after screaming out Buzz in that one video. Jeez. After watching, I'm gonna destroy my vocal cords. Superman, live in deep water, blah blah blah, you need a rod. And I found an Ether. And Ether is a great thing because, again, it restores power points. And there's another Sailor. A Sailor's half Pokemon too. I decided I just would get him out of the way first, so I'd win. And I talked to him. And he wants to fight, so... he's gonna send out Tentacool. And actually I decided that Alessa was ready and could easily beat up this poison-type Pokemon. So I sticked her at it. Ow! Unfortunately, Mega Punch really doesn't do that much. It does get swapped out for another move later on in the Let's Play. And I know I could have used, Flora on this Staryu, but she needed a break. She was running way low on her, I do end up using her, but she was running way low on her Vine Whip, and I really did not want Alessa to faint. I only have one leech seed left there? Wow. I thought I had way more than that. I guess I really just didn't heal her up that well, as I thought. I think here is where I end up, yeah, this is where I end up using the ether. I wanted to use all of her Vine Whips up first and then use the ether. Because, yeah, there's only, like, 10 power points for that. That's ridiculous. And I think I used the HP up on Alessa. Yeah, on Alessa, because she needed more, to be able to take more hits. I forget who I use it on. Here's me deliberating. There we go. Alright, so with everybody given a little bit more, hits, and with their power points all restored, I'm gonna look at this TM I just got. TM 44 is actually Rest. It's a move that will restore all of your health if you're asleep only. It's not a very good move unless you consistently have... I believe it... Yeah, it sends your Pokemon to sleep and then it restores all its health. It's very annoying. It's a very good self-restoring move, but then your Pokemon's asleep. So what's the point? You're vulnerable anyway. Anyway, let's not worry about rest and pointless moves we aren't gonna use, and let's continue to fight sailors! That is the weirdest noise for a move. I guess they couldn't do a hissing effect, like a bubbling or hissing effect on Game Boy, so they just decided to do like a tinny, burbly noise. God, Tentacool's sprite is really weird in this game. A lot of the sprites are weird in this game. Some of them are awesome, some of them are weird, and some of them just look ugly as hell. I'm so glad they updated the sprites in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. They really do look much better. But remember, this was the first time they did something like this, so of course the sprites weren't going to look perfect. Staryu looks exactly like it does in the anime. So does Ivysaur, surprisingly. Pikachu is really fat, and actually Pikachu and Raichu get skinnier and skinnier as the games go on. They become more trim. It's very interesting to see. Oh, that was a fisherman. Sorry, not a sailor. Oh, another thing about fishermen, I should explain. Fishermen tend to use water-type Pokemon and only water-type Pokemon. Usually they're fish Pokemon quite often, like Goldeen, Magikarp. There's one... that reminds me, in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, there is this one fisherman you meet quite early on in the game who has nothing but a team entirely composed of Magikarp. All at the same level, all-knowing Splash, literally just an XP sink, and you don't even get that much XP anyway. Oh, that was a... Damn! That was a crit hit. I was thinking, you know, Psychic types are strong against fighting types. I thought that wouldn't hurt as much as it did, but it hurt! That hurt a lot. And Jay's still burned. But at least I can peck it to death. And one more sailor down. Dead men tell no tales. And there's nothing in this room, so let's move on. There's no more to this hall, so let's go back the other way. And there's a couple areas in the ship you can go. The other route we can take is on the other side, to the left. So, let's go over there. You already went down the one way, so now we're gonna go up this way. I decided I wanted to heal up, because I thought that, for whatever reason, I thought that Jack was up there, and he's not. He's actually somewhere else. He's right before the captain. I thought he was out on the deck, and that led to the deck, but I had my map of the ship mixed up, my mental map of the ship mixed up. And I decided to save here because, again, I thought I was going to go fight Jack, and turns out, no, I was not. But I was going to fight somebody. Not this guy, though. And apparently, they like to hold fancy parties on that ship. And actually, if you go down this hall a little bit more, you will fight Jack, but... in all my travels, I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. And more trainers to battle. Check out what he fished up. Okay, if you insist. Yet another fisherman. They always look at those portly, chubby guys, too. I like to think it's because they have a beer belly. Look at that derpy horn on Goldeen. And look how fat Goldeen is. Some of these old sprites are really pretty funny. Ow. But at least now Alessa can hold her own. Yeah, like I said, Mega Punch really does not do as much damage as you expect it to. Come on, it's called Mega Punch. It should be awesome, but it's just terrible. Ow. Again, yeah, I don't know why this poison-causing, poison-type Pokemon also learns Supersonic. It just makes it that much more annoying. And another Goldeen. Damn it. Ow! Come on, Alessa, hit it. There we go. And there you see just how devastating Confusion is in action. And I should probably mention... I mentioned earlier that Psychic-type Pokemon kind of break the game, and you're seeing why now. Look how much damage Confusion causes. Literally all the types that Psychic types are weak to are fairly early on in the game, and can be easily defeated. Like, Ghost types are weak to Psychic-type Pokemon as well. And Bug types are just defensively bad Pokemon all around. They're terrible Pokemon to use all around. They're easily squashed. Like a bug, funnily enough. So really, there really isn't that much opposition to a Psychic-type Pokemon, and their attacks do so much damage. They're hilariously unbalanced, and they quite literally do break the game. So I decided to give Alessa a little bit of a break here, and move on to letting Flora fight this Pikachu. I decided to start by poisoning it, and then finish it off with Grass-type moves. Fortunately, Flora does not have a type disadvantage to this Pokemon, so it could feasibly go and fight Lieutenant Surge if she wanted to. She could feasibly go fight Lieutenant Surge and be just fine. She was actually my second choice for fighting Surge, but in the end I ended up picking a different Pokemon, and in the end she ended up paralyzed here. God damn it. That's okay, because I have some paralysis heals, thanks to my foresight. They were actually for Surge, but I decided to use one here, because again, she was paralyzed. She needed one used. God damn it! How annoying. I literally just healed for paralysis and now I'm paralyzed again. And Alessa's level 20 now. Fantastic. And she learned Disable, which I explained how Disable works. But in case you wanted a primer, disables a random move. Makes it so the Pokemon cannot use a random move. In later generations, it makes it so they can't use the last move they used. And there's a Max Ether. But we're starting to get close to the end here, so I'm just gonna... What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna use, I'm fixing, Flora's paralysis. That's what I'm doing. And with that said, that's all we're gonna do. Next time on Pokemon Red, we're going to go talk to these gentlemen. Until then, this is the Phantom Safety Pin, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!